Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This week I spent about a half a day just cooking and freezing up a few meals for our family, just a few simple meals. I've only really got 2 recipes there. And I'm going to also cook a slice. I've got a choc cherry slice to show you. And I've also just got a basic easy yo that I'm going to make up as well to put in the fridge. I hope you enjoy this video today and I'll show you what I've cooked. Today I'm just going to start with the fresh yogurt Greek style. This is blueberry and this is easy yo. If you haven't made this before, it's pretty simple. You buy a sachet of it's like a powdered yogurt from Coles or from Woolworths. You can get it online as well. And it's basically just adding cold water to a container. It has to be cold water. And what I'm doing here is I'm just adding a half of the amount of water into the container. And then I will add the sachet of yogurt. You can get these in different types too. You can get just plain Greek yogurt. You can get strawberry. I've had banana. I've had honey. This is blueberry. The Greek one's a really good one to have in the house for when you just want to use it as a substitute for sour cream. But I find these are really good if you can get them on special. So I'm just adding the sachet now to the half of the amount of cold water, and I will give that a really good shake. Make sure the lid's on really tight with this because I've had it happen before where it does leak. So you basically just want to shake it until there's no powdery lumps in there. And once I've done that, I have to open it again, which you do have to be careful you don't spill it. So we're going to open up the container again now, and I'm going to fill it up to the top with cold water. And when I say to the top, it's probably around about 5 millimeters from the top that I'm going to top it up with the cold water again. So that's basically as simple as it is to make the base of the yogurt. And I've made a kilo of yogurt here. I paid around about $4. It was over $4 for this sachet, but I like to get them when you can get them for around about $3.50 for a kilo of yogurt. That's a pretty good buy, and it's really, really good to just have as a standby in your pantry. But you do need to have the Easy Yo yogurt maker to do this. Sometimes they're on special. I got this one for around about $10, and when they're not on special, they're about $20. So if it's something that you like, yeah, it's worth buying, but it's got a really creamy taste. It's a nice yogurt as well, but I think it really tastes good, and it's good to have as a stock in your pantry, a few powdered sachets of yogurt. And it does take around about 8 to 12 hours to make. So what I'm going to do now is I've boiled the jug. This has to be hot water, and I'm going to fill that up all the way till it gets to the top of the red spacer, it's called. So the red spacer has to be completely covered in boiling water. And then all you do now is you get your container of yogurt, make sure the lid's on completely because you want it completely sealed. And then I'm just going to slowly put it into the boiling water because you just don't want to make sure it doesn't overflow the hot water and burn you. But see, it's just like that. And then I will pop the lid on that now, and I will leave it on the bench for around about 8 to 12 hours. So it does depend on how you do want the flavour, I think the longer you leave it, it gets a different sort of a taste. I always leave mine for around about 8 to 9 hours, and it's really good to do this at night time when you're asleep. Just make it before you go to bed, and it's done for the next morning, and you pop it in the fridge. It's a real easy one, and this yogurt will keep in the fridge for up to 2 weeks. That's what it says on the Easy Yo package. I'm going to go ahead now and make some of these meals to freeze. I hope you enjoy this part of the video, and I'll be back for when I'm making the slice. now I'm just going to make the chopped cherry slice. In my grocery haul a couple of weeks ago on my meal planner, I said I was going to make this. I did make it and it was really delicious. It's a real simple sort of a recipe. This is from the Taste website I got this one from. I was sort of just looking for something that's got like cherry and chocolate in it. Like I really love, Black Forest cake with the chocolate and the cherries and the cream and all that sort of thing. So I was really craving something with cherries in it. This is just the cherries I used in this one was the glacé cherries. I thought it was a really nice slice. It was really easy to make, but I probably would have put the whole packet of cherries in because I really wanted it to taste, like a real cherry and coconut slice. So the recipe requested 100 grams of glacé cherries, but I would have preferred to have put in, for my taste, probably about 200 grams, but then it would have made it a lot sweeter, and it already does have around about 2/3 of a cup of caster sugar. So in my opinion, I probably would have put more cherries and maybe a little bit less sugar, so it's got more of a cherry taste, because you are using icing sugar as well. So you don't want to put like a whole packet of cherries and icing sugar and the 2/3 of a cup of caster sugar, unless you want it really, really sweet. But I would prefer to do it that way. But other than that, it was a really great recipe to make, and it doesn't have eggs in it. So if you're looking for a recipe for the kids or for yourself that has no eggs in it, I didn't put any eggs in this recipe. So yeah, it's a bit different. It just goes with 2 different types of flour and the coconut. So it's pretty basic, but to me it did taste a little bit like the Weet Bix slice that I make with the chocolate topping, chocolate icing. So yeah, it just tasted a bit like that, but with the cherries. But yeah, it was a really great slice. I got a real lot of it, quite a large tray, and the kids really enjoyed it. I did run out of cocoa powder because I put cocoa powder in the base of this as well, and I needed to do it in the icing sugar also, and I've run out. So I needed only 1 more tablespoon of cocoa powder, and I couldn't believe it. I only had 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder left. So I found some chocolate bits, like chocolate buds, in the cupboard, and I've just put them with it, and I've melted that down, and it didn't really taste too much different to just basic icing sugar with the cocoa anyway, but I just wanted to make it as chocolatey as I could, and it turned out really well. So you'll find out that when I make it, you'll put 2 and 2 together when you'll see me sort of putting cocoa powder and putting the chocolate buds in to melt as well. But I was just really struggling to find anything else to replace the cocoa powder with. But yeah, it turned out really good. I got a big tray of it, and I just popped it in the fridge because it's starting to get very hot here where I live at the moment, and everything's melting. So it's great. It's great for the freezer, and you can make a big tray of this and freeze it down for the kids for their school lunch boxes or for afternoon snacks or for whatever. I like making these recipes when you get a large tray of this.